The son of Agenor does not know that his daughter and his little grandson are now deities of the sea. Overwhelmed by sorrow, a series of calamities, and numerous prodigies he had witnessed, the founder flees from his city, believing that the place and not his own misfortune burdens him. With his exiled wife, he reaches the coast of Illyria after a long period of wandering. Now, weighed down with woes and years, while reflecting on the early disasters of their house and recounting their misfortunes, Cadmus says, "Was that dragon a sacred one that I pierced with my spear when I left Sidon, and sowed the dragon's teeth in the ground, a seed till then unknown? If the gods avenge this with such unerring resentment, I pray that I myself may be transformed into a serpent and lengthen into an extended belly." As he speaks, he begins to transform into a serpent, perceiving scales growing on his hardened skin and his black body becoming speckled with azure spots. He falls flat on his chest, and his legs, joined into one, taper into a thin round point. His arms remain for a moment, and he stretches them out. Tears flow down his face, still human, and he says, "Come here, wife. Come here, most unhappy one, and while something of me remains, touch me. Take my hand while it is still a hand, and before I am entirely a serpent." He wants to say more, but suddenly his tongue splits into two parts. Words are no longer possible, and whenever he tries to speak, he can only hiss. This is the voice nature leaves him. His wife, beating her naked breast with her hand, cries out, "Stay, Cadmus! Deliver yourself from this monstrous form. Cadmus, what is happening? Where are your feet? Where are your shoulders and hands? Where is your color and form? And while I speak, where is everything else? Why do you not, celestial gods, turn me into a similar serpent?" As she speaks, he licks her face and leaps into her dear bosom, recognizing her, embracing her, and reaching her well-known neck. The attendants present are alarmed, but the crested snakes soothe them with their slippery necks. Suddenly, they become two serpents, and with joined folds, they slither away into the nearby grove. Now, they neither shun humans nor harm them, and as gentle serpents, they remember what they once were. But their grandson, Dionysus, gave them both great consolation in their new forms. India, which he had conquered, worshipped him as a god, and Achaia honored him with erected temples. Only Acrisius, the son of Abas, descended from the same lineage, refused to accept him. He drove Dionysus from the walls of the Argive city and took up arms against the god, refusing to believe that he was the offspring of Zeus. He also did not believe that Perseus was the son of Zeus, whom Danae had conceived from a shower of gold. But soon, the power of truth made Acrisius regret both his insult to the god and his failure to acknowledge his grandson. One was now placed in heaven, while the other, carrying the memorable spoil of the Gorgon's head, flew through the air with hissing wings. As Perseus hovered over the Libyan sands, bloody drops fell from the Gorgon's head. When these drops touched the ground, they turned into various serpents, which is why that region is infested with snakes. Carried by the winds through boundless space, Perseus was born now here, now there, like a watery cloud. From the lofty sky, he looked down upon the earth below and flew over the entire world. 3 times he saw the cold bears, 3 times he saw the claws of the crab. Often he was borne to the west, many times to the east. As day declined, afraid to trust himself to the night, he stopped in the western part of the world, in the kingdom of Atlas. There he sought a little rest until Lucifer should usher in the fires of Eos, the chariot of the day. Atlas, the son of Iapetus, was a giant surpassing all men in size. He ruled the extremity of the earth and the sea, where the sun's horses panted and the wearied chariot rested. 1,000 flocks and as many herds roamed his pastures undisturbed. The leaves of his trees shone with radiant gold, covering branches and apples of gold. Perseus said to him, "My friend, if the glory of a noble race influences you, Zeus is my ancestor. Or if you admire exploits, you will admire mine. I beg you for hospitality and a resting place." Atlas remembered an ancient oracle. The Parnassian Themis had given this response. "A time will come, Atlas, when your tree will be stripped of its gold, and a son of Zeus will have the honor of the prize." Fearing this, Atlas had enclosed his orchard with solid walls, guarded by a huge dragon, and expelled all strangers from his lands. To Perseus he said, "Begone, lest the glory of your supposed exploits and Zeus fail to protect you." He added violence to his threats, trying to drive Perseus away with harsh words. Inferior in strength, for who could match Atlas, Perseus said, "Since my friendship is of so little value to you, accept this gift." Turning away, he exposed the horrible features of Medusa. Atlas, great as he was, turned into a mountain. His beard and hair became woods, his shoulders and hands became mountain ridges, and his head became the summit. His bones turned into stones, and he grew to an immense height as the gods willed it. The whole heaven, with its many stars, rested upon him.